Hey guys, what is up? This is Stephanie, aka the Limitless Babe, and Janet, reminding you today and every day that you are limitless. So today I want to talk about the power of your mind and the power of shifting your thoughts. So let me tell you a little story. A couple days ago, I was having the what I would say one of the worst days. Okay. It was just one of those days where anything that could go wrong did go wrong. Anything that could put me in a bad mood or could try to mess up my plans in any which way went wrong. Okay. It was just one of those days where it was like by the end of the night, I was laughing. I was actually able to, probably because of all the mindset work that I do, able to shift my perspective and just start to laugh and just say, of course this would happen today, like why wouldn't this happen today? But it's okay because tomorrow's another day and everything is always happening for me, not to me. Right. So this message today is just like why it's so important to do your inner work and your healing, why it's important to do mindset work, why it's important to meditate, why it is important to be so aware of the things that you think and the whys of the things that you think and how to shift yourself out of a shitty mood. Pardon my language, out of a bad mood. Okay. Because this is the thing. I need you guys to remember that happiness is not something that happens to you. It's not a gift bestowed by higher powers. Happiness is an internal choice that you get to make. So even when all hell is breaking loose around you and things are not going how you want or whatever the case is, you just feel like there's just like a negative parade coming at you. I want to remind you that your happiness is your choice. Okay. And you get to obviously feel your feelings. Like I never want to tell you to spiritually bypass and ignore whatever you're feeling because then we trap emotions and then they come out in really yucky, unhealthy ways at really inopportune times. But sorry, hang on. Oh. But I am telling you that it is super important to give yourself almost like a timeline to feel those feelings and then remind yourself, okay, but now this is my choice. If I stay here after feeling my feelings, this has now become my choice. I have decided that this is where I want to live. Do you want to live here? Do you want to live in yuck? Do you want to live in discomfort? Do you want to live in annoyance and attracting more junk? Because let me tell you something, there is one of my favorite phrases that basically says, um, where your attention goes, energy flows. Did I say it right? Yes. Yeah, where your attention goes, energy flows. And basically, what this means is that when you focus on shit, shit grows. Pardon my language again, but it's kind of necessary for this message. And on the converse side, when you focus on blessings, blessings grow. And so, again, I know I've done at least two videos talking about gratitude. I've probably done more. I don't even know at this point. But if you go back all the way to like my first video, the very first video that I made about talks heavily about creating a gratitude practice and why it's important. I know I've sprinkled this topic in a bunch of different videos, but it's because it works. It is one of my favorite points in life. It is one of the most important things that keeps me grounded and helps me to shift my perspective easily is focusing on the blessings, focusing on the gratitude. So, back to the story, I was having this really shitty day. Okay, that's just going to be the word of the day. And I hope that YouTube doesn't flag this video for that. I'm sorry, there's just no other word for the day that I was having. Like, I would tell you guys some of the things, but it's just personal and it's like, oh, oof. Like, listen, it felt like somebody sent an attack on me and I rebuked it and I sent it back and I said, oh no, we're not doing this. Not today, Satan is one of my favorite phrases. It was a not today, Satan day. Like we are not having this. So, like I said, that was a couple days ago. The very next day in the morning, like the first interaction that I had, I already was noticing like, oh God, like it's still here. And as soon as like it happened, I was proud of myself though, because we haven't talked about this in video yet, but for the new year, my new vision board, my theme is regulated. That is like the theme of the board, emotional regulation, right? Like we're not letting external sources determine our internal feelings, right? We're just not doing that anymore this year. 2024, yeah, no, it's done. It's a wrap. So as soon as I came in, I was like, okay, I see what's happening here still, but we're not going to focus on it. We are going to shift our focus and look for the good things. And I immediately shifted, and not to say that I, again, spiritually bypassed or ignored what was happening, because it was real. What was happening was real. But I instead focused on, this thing over here or this thing over there. And like simple gratitudes, like, hold on, let me see what I had written down. Sorry, guys. Let me see if I can find, because that's another thing. I write them down because, especially on days like that where it just feels like everything is attacking, if you don't write it down, you're not going to realize just how blessed you are. So like I ended up having, so actually I'll tell you the first interaction because it was like, what is going on? PSE&G was supposed to come to my house and fix my dishwasher. And they sent the most angry, disgruntled man that I have ever encountered. And he was so nasty. And like, bottom line, he didn't even come into my house because both of us were just like, oh no, you gotta go. Like, it was just so like, when you encounter a person who's going through things like at home, or maybe they had like a bad argument with their loved one or whatever the case is, and they bring that energy to you. This man brought that energy to me, and I was just like, what are you doing? And I had, well, not again, because I think this was another video that I talked about this. There's going to be times when people want to dump things on you, whether it's their feelings, their thoughts, their opinions. And there's going to be times when you have to be emotionally regulated enough to say, with love and respect, I hear you, but I'm going to need you to not dump that on me today. I'm not available for that today. Like, I'm not telling you that I can't talk to you. This particular topic, can't do it. Or in this case, oh no, sir, you got to go. Like, it's just that situation. So that happened. And then I'm just thinking, like, what the hell? Like, why did that just happen? I'm so confused. And so then I spoke to, I called PSE&G. I told them what happened, and they sent out somebody else. And this next person was like an angel sent from God. And it was just like such a beautiful shift. And I wrote that down. I was like, not only did he fix my dishwasher, the problem I was having, like, my dishwasher is very old and kind of wonky, and like to close it, I have to like you got to put a little hip in it and give it a little zigzag. And some of you might know what I'm talking about. So, like, I'm used to that. He fixed it to the point where now I could literally with one finger just go, and it locks into place. Like, he asked me if I wanted to try, and I got emotional. I said, "Sir, I don't want you to see me cry. And if I try it in front of you, I'm going to cry, because 7 years of, I can't." So I was able to shift my mind to, okay, yeah, that was an ugly interaction, right? But look at this beautiful gift that I was sent of this super kind person who came in with respect, with knowledge, with like, there's just those people that go above and beyond their job. Like, they don't just do their job, like, they do their job to such a degree that, they actually care about what they're doing and about making your life easier in some way. And like, that's what he was. He was my little earth angel, and I was so grateful for that. So I was grateful for that. I had to call the bank about a fee that, they sent me. They took care of it, no problem. And it's like one after another, I started noticing all these little blessings that, I'm not saying that I called them in. I'm saying these blessings were there. They were all happening, right? But because the day before I was so focused on all the chaos around me, I wasn't paying attention to the blessings. And I guarantee you, if the day before I had started doing this, by the end of the night, I wouldn't even have noticed half of the crazy things that were happening, because my brain would have been so hyper focused on the good and on being so blessed. And the thing is that, again, while I'm not saying I created magic out of, shifting my thoughts yet, yet, I am going to tell you that those things were already happening, right? So that's why I say yet. Those things were already happening. I just had to notice them. But then I feel like once you start noticing them, you do start almost magically attracting more and more good things into your life. So it's super important for you guys to take the time every day and do a little check in. I wouldn't even just say once a day, especially if you're new at this. I would say, like, really do a check in, maybe like every hour, every couple of hours, and just stop and think, like, okay, what good things have happened so far? And write them down. Okay. You are not mentally strong enough yet. I don't mean that like you're not mentally, like that sounds weird, but you're not mentally trained enough to just let it go and say, "Oh, I'll remember later," and actually have the impact that I want it to have on you. I'm not mentally trained enough for that. I need to write them down. You need to write them down in some way, in some aspect. However works for you, write it down because I'm telling you that when you focus on the blessings, your blessings grow. And when your blessings grow, and that's where your mindset stays, you make better decisions. Okay. You stop over analyzing things. You stop overthinking. You stop blocking your blessings. You stop pushing things away that you actually want in your life because you don't think you're worthy. You don't think you're valuable. I'm telling you right now, and let this be a lesson to you. Let this be the permission slip that you need. Let this be the divine knowledge that you needed to know. You are worthy. You are valuable. You are lovable. You are incredible. You are one of a kind, and you deserve to have a good life. The only person that's in your way blocking you from having a good life, it's you. So what are you going to do? Are you going to focus on the shit, or are you going to focus on the blessings and change your life? And if you choose to focus on the blessings, can you please drop me comments and let me know? And while we're on that topic, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, guys, okay? It keeps things moving, keeps more people getting this information. And I think that everybody needs this boost in their mindset. I think everybody needs to understand that you have so much more power than you give yourself credit for. You are the master of your ship, you are the writer of your life. And yes, I do believe in destiny. I do believe that there is a path that we're meant to go on. I do believe that, certain things are supposed to be a part of your life, but I also believe in free will. I do believe that we can keep pushing things away. And while our higher power will keep sending them to us, if you keep pushing it away, eventually you might miss out. And I don't want you to miss out. I want you to have the things that you want. I want you to have the life that you want. I want you to have all the blessings. Okay. So this one I think was kind of on the shorter side, and that's probably a good thing. So I hope that you got something out of this. I hope that the moral of the story got to you and that you acknowledge that today you are going to focus on your blessings. Doesn't matter if you've had a terrible day, week, year, lifetime. Okay. Today, you're going to start focusing on the blessings. And I mean, even the simple things, even the tiny, you found a penny on the floor. That is a blessing. Okay. Write it down. Okay. You trip up the stairs every day going to work, but today you didn't trip. Lesson. Write it down, okay? Like, I want you to think about all the weird little things because that is how you're going to change your mind. And the one other, I know I was wrapping up, guys, but you know how I roll, and like sometimes I just get distracted on a tangent. But one thing that I've noticed in my life is that when I focus on the blessings, not only do I attract blessings, like people are drawn to you. People want to be around you. And people like just want to get a little taste of that excitement that you have. And they want to learn, like, okay, how are you doing this? And so that sounds like they're taking from you, right? Like that's how it could sound. But here's the thing that you never know who you're going to attract in. And it could be somebody who's going to pour something into you. Okay. So pour into others, like pour your cups. Make sure that you're pouring back into yourself though. Okay. Because when you pour back into yourself, when you say no to things that are a no, when you say yes to things that are a yes, when you take time for self care and meditation and shifting your mindsets, your cup gets filled and filled and filled, and then you can pour into others, and then their cup gets filled and they're overflowing and they give back or they give to somebody else, and it's this beautiful cycle. So please, if nothing else, learn to fill your cup. Put your oxygen mask on first. I'm going to give you all the stupid cliches that will help you get the point that when you take care of you, you take care of others. And when you take care of others, others take care of others. And those others take care of you. And it's a beautiful circle of life. So can we please all just get our shit together so that we can all be happy? Okay. So again, if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. Please like this video, drop me comments, talk to me, send me some love, send me your anecdotes, your stories, send me your questions. I am here for all of it. Thank you for watching. I love you. Stay limitless.